So welcome to UFC Octagonside with myself, John Gooden, and Reza Madadi. It's been a long time since I've wanted to meet you, sir, and finally now I come to Sweden, this beautiful gym here, and we get to sit down and have a nice conversation.
Yes, that's true. Hi to you and the lovely people who watch this.
Yeah, so
Show.
I've heard so much about you. When I've been speaking with Nicholas Backstrom in the past, Alexander, a few others, everyone keeps talking about Reza.
Oh.
Everyone keeps talking about Mad Dog. He's a big personality in the gym and a big part of Swedish mixed martial arts as well. So it's good to finally sit down and ask you a little bit about yourself. So let's start at the beginning.
Yes.
I understand you're a wrestler.
Yes, from the beginning.
And maybe from North Sweden?
No, not North Sweden. I came from a city, it's 40 minutes from Stockholm.
Okay.
They call it Uppsala. It's
Right.
very close. Near to the airport when you landed in Sweden, so it's very close to
Okay.
both Stockholm and...
Because you trained at Hilti before, was that where you met Nicholas?
Yes, all of us, we trained in the place, the name was Hilti, but Hilti was based in Stockholm.
Oh, I see. Right,
Yeah.
I'm getting confused because Nicholas is from up north.
Yeah, he was from up north, and he came to Stockholm for couple years ago.
Okay.
And then we met there at that gym.
Yeah. Okay. So, talk about your wrestling background then, because you have many medals in wrestling, and
Yes.
and then what happened in wrestling for you to come into mixed martial arts?
It was I started the wrestling when I was 12 years old. When I came, my parents are from Iran, and
Yeah.
we came to Sweden for a long time ago.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
when I came to Sweden, I had a big passion for wrestling, and I started in some wrestling club, and then after I just continued. It was so wonderful.
Yeah.
So much love is in that sport. And after a couple of years, I didn't get tired, but I feel, what's gonna happen? Because in my position, I didn't have a good relationship with my trainer, and I just get tired
Yeah.
of some reason. And I follow with a close friend to me. He told me all the time, "Hey, listen, I have a upcoming fight." I said, "What you talking about?" And at that time, I saw UFC for first time, and that dream doesn't even exist.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
because UFC was based in America, USA,
Yeah.
and to come there, and sometimes you don't want to even think about that
Yeah.
dream.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
he told me, "Yeah, I have a fight. Can you help me with cut my weight?" I said, "Yes, of course. Let's go." I helped him, and day after I watched his fight. It was wow.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah.
It was MMA fight, 5 minutes, and that night I couldn't sleep.
Really.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep, and Monday I went to his club, Hilti,
Yeah.
and the trainer didn't let me train. They said, "No, we have rules, and those who want to train with us need to be blue belt, at least blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and
Okay.
had some mixed martial arts background." Yeah,
Even though,
experience.
because at the time you
He
were
didn't
like
know.
a-
He didn't know.
Okay.
So the guys told him, "No, but he's a wrestler. He's a good wrestler. And let him train." And after that training, after 4 months, I jumped into my first MMA fight,
Okay.
professional MMA fight, was in Finland.
Okay.
So
The rest is history.
yes, everything started like that.
Because you're like a gold medalist in Greco wrestling and freestyle wrestling as well, right?
Don't want to lie for you, not in Greco-Roman.
Okay.
I came 2 times in the 3rd place.
Okay.
And but freestyle, I took the 2 or 3 times gold medal,
Okay.
and because I want to be honest, freestyle wasn't so big and popular here in Sweden.
Yeah.
So it was a little bit easier to get the
Okay.
gold medal.
You're very modest.
Now, must be honest. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So, Stockholm is a hotbed for mixed martial arts. I know there are some other gyms as well. But when did you come down to Stockholm to start training, and why did you change from Hilti to come down to Stockholm?
I came to Stockholm for a long time ago. Maybe it was at the beginning of '98. I started school, high school in Stockholm, and then I moved here. So that time I moved to Stockholm, and it was 2005 or 2006.
Okay.
I changed to MMA,
Okay.
jumped to the heels here. And
Yeah. So let's talk about your career as it progressed. Then we've seen you in the UFC before, and you were having, a really good run. I think your last fight you fought Michael Johnson, who's
Yeah.
doing fantastic things
Yes.
in the sport. What was it like when you joined the UFC after, a bit from wrestling to maybe just being introduced? It sounds like it was a quick process when you got to the UFC.
Yeah, honestly, when I jumped from wrestling to the MMA, it was like a hobby.
Yeah.
Because I told you, I didn't even dream about it.
Yeah.
Because the dream was so far away. There was what? Don't think about it.
Yeah.
And we trained very hard. We did in the wrestling club. And what I like with the MMA was same things. Train very hard, many styles, and the relation between the guys who train was very hard. But it was very close. It was very close to each other,
Yeah.
and I like it. So the dreams start to come in. Wow, maybe I can fight in UFC. Think
Yeah.
about it. When two clubmates to me, David Bielkeden and Per Eklund,
Yeah.
they fought in UFC, and then came Alexander Gustafsson, and my management team told me, is the chance, maybe we can.
Well, you were also fighting like guys who were, big stars at the time. You haven't had any easy fights. If people go and look at your record, you were
Yes.
fighting Superior Challenge, and the guys that you were fighting had fought at the UFC or
Yes,
are fighting
exactly.
now, that kind of things.
My 3 or 4 last fights was against UFC fighter, call operator Rich Clementi.
Yeah.
Really beast guy. He was.
Yeah.
And then just dream came true, and UFC came to Sweden. And I remember it was me and my manager Manas. We walk in the lobby in England, Birmingham.
Okay.
It was UFC in Birmingham, and we saw Joe Silva. He just passed us and he watched me and said, "We got you in." Something like that. Me and Manos watched each other. We said, "Did you hear that?" And we started to hug each other, and wow.
And that was the first you learned that you were going to be in. Oh, what a story!
Wow, yeah. And I came back, called my one of my coaches, and said, "This has happened."
Yeah.
Said, wait, we need to wait to write the contract, and the contract come after 1 week, and
And here it is.
here it is.
So I was commentating on the last Swedish show, both of them actually, and Swedish mixed martial arts has kind of really been on the rise.
Yes.
We had a lot of guys from the UK, and then all of a sudden, with Alexander, yourself, and a couple of other guys, it was really taken off. And then last year, it was a difficult night for the guys in Sweden, and a lot of people said you weren't around at the time. You were like a missing part of the puzzle. You're a big part of the gym and the motivational side of things. It must have been very frustrating for you not to be around at that time to support the guys and perhaps be there yourself to fight.
Brother, what can I say? It was, no idea how hard that time was, and be in some position to can be in the gym, can support the friends, teammate, and train,
Yeah.
and be there,
Yeah.
one part of the show. But still, is one part of the life.
Yeah.
The life is up and down, and you learn every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, what's happening in your life. But I can telling you, when I watching past, is some points is so dark.
Yeah.
And it is that point, is that moment. It was UFC came back. Was a lot of my friends. They fought on that card, and I couldn't be there. Couldn't help in any way.
Yeah.
So, but now I'm back.
Yeah.
Now we try to push each other,
Yeah.
help each other, be for each other. So hopefully, let's see what's happening next fight.
Well, let's talk about this because let's be a more happy note, if you like. So, you know, obviously it's been a difficult year for you, and if people want to know more about your story, they can look on your Wikipedia page.
Yes.
But you've been re-signed to the UFC
Yes.
quite quickly again, and I mean, tell us how that happened, and the feeling must have been almost more sweet than the first time. Because your head must have been lots of different thoughts coming back to the gym, and now you get this opportunity one more time.
I talked to Mr. Dan Hardy, so humble guy.
Yeah, oh
Yes,
yeah.
yesterday, and I told him when I watched when it was last fight night in Dublin. Unfortunately, I was behind the bars, and I watched the main event. And because the national TV, Swedish national TV, they send all the fights and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had a possibility to watch it.
Okay, great.
So when I was in my room and watched the fight between those guys, Brandon and McGregor, yeah, suddenly started to cry. I said, such a bad destiny. We all three fought in the same card when they was in Sweden.
Sweden, that's
Yeah.
correct, yeah.
And that time, if somebody gonna tell me, hey Reza, if some years you're gonna be behind the bars and those guys going for a main event, it was something impossible. About what you're talking about. But it's that point. I see them there. Don't get me wrong. The jealousy is the worst thing I know. It was hard to see them. They are there fighting, and I'm in that position, the bottom of my life. And again, that point, if somebody gonna tell me, Reza, don't worry, next UFC fight, when UFC come back to the Dublin, you want to be on that card, then maybe I'm gonna go up and give that person on the punch. But are you stupid? What you talking about? Just look at my position. But you see, the life is so wonderful. You can lose everything over one night, and again get back everything over one night. I remember I was on my way to order some food, Thai food, and Thomas, my manager, called me. Say, hey Reza, where are you? What you gonna do? And I know at that time they had a contact with the UFC to get me back, and they told me, Reza, we try, we want to work for it. And honestly, I thought, guys, are you stupid? Don't do that, because it's just waste of time.
Okay.
I have been gone for almost 1.5 years, 2 years. I've been behind the bars, and is kind of his possible thing.
Right.
But and he asked me, Reza, where you gonna sleep? Where your son? Because I get the son when I was there. When no one going to sleep, I said, I don't know. He's like me. He's never sleep. Say, okay, take your buddy. Bye bye. After 1.5 hour, we sitting and eating food. Somebody knocked on my door, and there's my management team with the camera guys. They came with the balloon, champagne, and stuff. Oh, you came back in the UFC, and the feeling is I cannot. it's impossible to telling you.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like your dad, they wake you up by, hey, get back.
yeah.
Yeah, it was wonderful, fantastic feeling, and one new opportunity, one new chance, and I'm so grateful to both to the UFC, to the fans, to my management team. All of those guys helped me, because it's not too easy to come back, because a lot of people, they see the goal, they don't see the way to the goal.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
It's a journey.
Yeah, it's the journey is, of course, somebody judge you. Yeah, he shouldn't get the chance again and come back, and somebody think, yeah, everybody deserve a new chance, and I'm very grateful.
You have the
Grateful,
chance.
Yeah. No.
And I've been very lucky to be here this week and watch you and your teammates train.
Yeah.
Fantastic gym, fantastic atmosphere as well.
Thank you.
A lot of the atmosphere is created by you. When you come down the stairs, if you guys are training, it's your voice we hear, but it's a good thing, you're
Yeah.
trying to motivate guys. Has this new opportunity, are you doing anything different in training now? Has it given you any more motivation, or did you never really need that anyway?
No, of course it gave me more motivation. First of all, I have so much to prove it, because it's like Tupac said, all eyes on me.
Yeah.
It's like that, yeah. Now, when I come back, a lot of fans, a lot of keyboard warrior haters, of course, everybody has. They're watching me, so I get that motivation now.
Yeah.
When I have new chance. And the thing is different between my last fights or those other fights. We didn't have any MMA gym. I mean, Hilti was BGG gym.
Okay.
We train submission and some pad sport. It wasn't never like I just need to come to the gym and everything is done. My schedule, you need to do this, train this. It wasn't never like this.
Okay.
But now this time with the Allstars, with that gym, if everything is just perfect. I just need to take my bag, come to the gym, and just focus on the train.
Yeah.
I don't need to call the people around the Stockholm or Sweden, brother, please can you come down and help me with my train? Before it was me, Niklas Bäckström, David Bjelkeden, and couple other guys. But now it's 20, 30 people I can train with. So my opportunity is much, much bigger.
Yeah.
And my motivation is bigger than ever.
Yeah.
So it's going to be fantastic
Yeah.
to fight this time.
So let's talk about your opponent then, Norman
Yes.
Park, a guy that's known very well to UFC fans. He was on the reality TV show.
Yes.
He's fought some big guys, and also, he's from Northern Ireland and
Yes.
fight in Dublin, so he has some good support there. Had you been looking at Norman through your career, being in Europe? Did you think that you may fight him one day?
I remember I saw one of his fight at the TV. He fought the Japanese guy.
Yeah.
I remember.
That was in Dublin.
Yeah, because I remember. And honestly, with all the respect, like I told Mr. Dan Hardy yesterday, all the guys in 155, they are beasts.
Yeah.
You never can find any fight easy fight. It's impossible, because UFC just chose the beast, and he want to come there because save his contract, and he's coming for fight.
Yeah.
And same here.
Yeah.
I don't believe he wants come there to leave anything to the judges. Same here. So we both gonna go for war.
Yeah.
I hopefully we do.
Yeah.
But to be underdog for me is even better, because if you watch my fight in Brazil, 25,000 people call me this and that, and I still get there, and it made me more motivated.
Yeah.
So Doesn't matter if I'm his home playing, his home backyard or mine.
Yeah.
I love to fight. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's bang, Mr. Parker.
So I want to get your opinion on some of your teammates then, because there's some big fights coming up. And
Yes.
as I said earlier, I've been around and watched some of the training, and
Yes.
you take some of the sessions as well.
Yes.
Alex has a big fight coming up.
Yes.
He's looking in great shape.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on him getting this title shot?
When I heard he get the title shot, it was at the same time when my management team talked to the Mr. Lorenzo
Yeah.
about to get me back, to put me back, and in the same time they said Alex had get the title shot, and I became happy from bottom of my heart for this guy, because of course, for sure, many other people, they deserve it. All the fighters, they working hard. But if my opinion, if somebody deserve it, is Alex.
Yeah.
He's so humble guy. He's so nice guy. To not just to his friends, to the people who train here. I see him around. How is it to the young people? He's motivated for us. He's a big role model for the Swedish MMA, or just to be an athlete, because I saying from my own experience,
Yeah.
to be the athlete or fight in UFC, fight in the big show, at the same time you have a big responsibility,
Yeah.
and you can do some kind of stuff, because a lot of young people, a lot of people, they watching you, they want to do same things like you. So
Yeah.
for me, Alex is a perfect role model. And now we go to the title fight. Cormier is a wrestler. I watch his career before he came to the UFC, because
Okay.
he was a wrestler,
Okay.
and he always fought some Iranian guy.
Yeah.
So he was very excited to
Yeah.
watch him. So, and then he started with MMA. Of course, he was more interested to watch him. And now when he does so well in MMA, and now want to fight my friend of mine. And I really believe to Alex, because his wrestling, his takedowns, defense, his takedowns, his stand is great. And maybe a lot of people judge him about his last fight.
Yeah.
But you know, when we don't dancing, we fight MMA, and you
Exactly.
are always one punch from to get knockout.
Yeah.
Because it's so small gloves and so much power behind every
Yeah.
hit. So it can happen anybody.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but that time I really hope, and I want to Alex get the belt and victory,
Yeah.
because we really need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex need it. We need it. European MMA, Swedish MMA need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could potentially have 3 champions in Europe, and that's
Yeah.
really exciting.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
exciting time. So let's also talk about, I know someone who has taken a lot of motivation from you, a good friend of yours, Nicholas Backstrom.
Yes.
Love this kid.
Yeah,
He's a fascinating guy, and
Yeah.
I've been watching him training, super technical,
Yeah.
very talented. How is he at the moment? It seems like he came into the UFC full of confidence, thought that no one could beat him.
Yes.
He's had some tough fights. Again, a fight can change in one punch.
Yes.
But is he more motivated now to get out there and prove himself? I know he
Yeah.
doesn't have a fight lined up.
Like I told you again and again, from my own experience, brother, a lot of people, they think shit can happen everybody else, not me. Maybe I'm secure.
I know what you mean.
I'm
Yeah.
me never gonna happen. But I promise you, everything can change over 1 minute, 1 second. So every day, every time, every single day, my coach is sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
We need to be great. We need to be grateful for we're breathing, living, we can see, we can watch, we can have mom, dad around us. And it's the same thing with the fighting. You're pushing, you keep going, you take downs, you're so close to the victory, then you get the lucky punch. And like what's happened to the Niklas, and it was hard for him to get the motivation, come back, and his last fight, it was very close, very tough fight. I thought he's won the fight, but the referee thought something different. It's like that. Yes.
Yeah.
So we talked for 2-3 days ago. He's back on track. He's more motivated when all of us are back and we have upcoming fights. So hopefully we see him soon.
Yeah.
Get his second victory in the UFC.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important about this guy is he came from nowhere, from north of Sweden. When he came to our club, when nobody, exactly nobody, believed that guy, not even me, he believed in himself, and it's so important. He didn't have any place to sleep. He didn't have, I swear to God, he didn't have even clothes to train. And look at him.
Yeah.
Now he's a UFC fighter. It's like what I told you. A lot of people, they see the goal, but the journey, the way there, so much. Whatever you want to be, if you want to be the doctor, if you want to be the engineer, it's a hard way to there.
Yeah.
Many people see you, they think it's easy to be work for the UFC and sitting there, but for sure you have
our own story.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own story. So I remember how much he worked hard for. He always told us, I want to be champ, I want to be UFC fighter, I want to be do this. And now watch him. It's give me motivation. I'm so older than him, but still he said, wow, if he can do it, I can do it.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
That's a good relationship in the gym to have, you know?
Yes.
Pushing one another.
Of course. I mean, brother, if you train martial arts, of course you are alone. You fight alone, you go in the cage alone, they close the door when you fight. If you win, of course everybody helped you. When you lose, you are alone.
Yeah.
That's true. It's not like a soccer player. You can say, it wasn't my fault, it was the
other 10
other
guys.
Yeah, 10 guys. Of course it's like this. But still, alone, you can never make your goals.
Yeah.
Say somebody, some good athlete. Say John Jones. Say Alexander Gustafsson. Tell me Cormier. They don't train alone.
No.
They have a trainer. They have guys who push them, who help them. So if you want to get to the success, you need to feel you one part of the gym to help other guys. Then the other guys are gonna help you.
Yeah. And I understand you have a routine before Nicholas goes out. Is there like you do a dance or a song or something like this?
For a long time ago, me and Niklas and a couple other guys, we was the north of Sweden for a training camp. And on the way back, I put one Persian song.
Okay.
Very happy song, and all of us. It was just me and 2-3 other guys. Was refugee backgrounds.
Okay.
Yeah. Other guys. Everybody was Swedish, and everybody was get so happy in the car. We started dancing, punch each other, throw the bottle, plastic bottle to each other. It became a very nice atmosphere in the car.
Yeah.
So Nicholas called me 2 days after, Bob, please, brother, what was that song? I sent it to him, and we started listening every training, and it just became something. So long time ago, before he came to the UFC, he said, hey, listen, put that song for me. I want to listen before I go to the fight. So okay, let's do this. And every time we do
the routine.
It's our routine. We're listening to that song.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, his 2 last fights, I couldn't be there. But let's see.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're going to listen to the song as well as before you walk out in Dublin?
Yes, I always put some. I have my intro
Yeah.
music.
Good stuff.
Yes.
Is that important to you, that kind of thing? Those
Yes,
little
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. To wake up, take my coffee in the fight day, do my stuff.
Fight day coffee.
Yeah.
How do you take your coffee? What coffee do you like?
Yeah. No, we usually coffee Americano. Yeah.
Just in America.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take it is. The strange things, but you need to do it to feel confidence.
Yeah.
To get your confidence. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see you're almost living this now.
Yeah,
You're
I
thinking
am
ahead
thinking
to this.
about-
You're
yes.
thinking about this.
Yes.
It's a happy place for you.
Yes, really.
Yeah.
Because you cannot fight all your life.
Yeah.
So you need to be that opportunity.
Yeah. Take the opportunity.
Take the
For sure.
opportunity for sure. Because someday you're too old,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Not me, but everybody else.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. So, no, that's great. Well, listen, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
You've driven back to the gym to come and do this, and I really appreciate that.
No, it's of course.
I think it's quite nice now that you have a coffee sitting here. You've just spoken about the coffee. Now you can have your coffee.
Thank you so much.
Think about the fight as well a
Yes.
little bit, and then you can go train in the evening and have a
Thank
good
you.
session. But it's great to meet you.
Yeah, same brother. And believe me, I really appreciate it. You took your time for the fans, for yourself to talk to me.
Yeah.
It's a big honor.
Well, no, my honor
Yeah.
will be when I get to
Yeah.
commentate on your fight
Yeah,
in
thank you.
Dublin. That's going to be very good. And let everyone know where they can follow you on Twitter, Instagram. You put
Yeah.
some funny videos up. So
Yeah, I try to put this.
what's the address so everyone can follow you?
I have Reza Mad Dog on my Twitter, Reza Mad Dog in Instagram.
Okay,
Yeah.
get following
Yeah, thank you so
and
much.
see this man doing his
Yeah,
thing.
Thank you.
Good stuff.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Reza.
brother.
Thank you.